Hello Aries, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading focused on the second half of May from the 16th through the 31st. General reading as always, guys. It's not going to resonate with every single person, so please do take from it whatever makes sense for you, your situation. Let the rest go. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I will include a link to all of the card decks that you see here. Speaking of which, this is my brand new deck. It is called Love and Life Oracle, which we'll be using for the focus messages, one of them, for this reading, Aries. And I have some other decks too, and I'll introduce them as I use them. So let's dive right into it. The three decks that I've chosen: Fire and Ice Lenormand by Angelic Revelation 144. This is a modern Lenormand for soul connections, and then we'll grab Insight from the Arrows of Love Oracle by Mystic Moon, and lastly from my Love and Life Oracle. All right, Aries, so let's dig right into it and see what's going on. Let's focus on your first focus message. This could be for cross watchers as well as anybody else who's been guided to tune in to this reading. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going to come through for this particular reading here. What's your first focus message? Okay, Aries. Guided to this one here. Number 27 is the letter. Thoughtful, contemplative communication. So if there's somebody perhaps that you've been waiting to hear from, it might come through. This could be you as well if you're thinking about reaching out to anybody. And of course, letter, nowadays it could be a text, it could be an email, and of course it could be an actual letter. What it is that they're thinking about, what it is that they're focused on when it comes to you, or what it is you're focused on when it comes to them. So let's add to this with the Arrows of Love Oracle, and let's see what else needs to come through here. So angels and spirit guides for Aries for this love and life reading for the second half of May. What's your second focus message here? I'm guided to this one in particular. Love language, deep conversation. Interesting, considering we've got letter, thoughtful, contemplative, and communication right there. So it kind of goes together. Either you're really thinking about reaching out to somebody, Aries, or they're in heavy contemplation mode and really thinking about communicating with you, letting you know what they're feeling, what they're thinking when it comes to the connection. Okay, so that's actually a really nice combination of two cards so far. All right, so let's add to this with my Love and Life Oracle. And this particular deck dives into a love situation. Typically, you know, when we first fall in love with somebody, when we're just dating, things are very exciting and new, the honeymoon phase, and as time goes on, sometimes the excitement fades and life takes over. So let's take a look and see what comes through here for you, Aries, from the Love and Life Oracle deck. I'm guided to this one here. Okay, from the love aspect, please don't go. Life, I'm sorry, I can't stay. Okay, so two very different perspectives coming through here. It's like, please don't go. When we're in love, we want this person to stick around forever. Please don't go, stay. And when life takes over and things get a little bit more challenging, the same person ends up saying, I'm sorry, I can't stay. Okay, so however way that's playing a part in your situation, in your life when it comes to the person that you're focused on for this reading. All right, guys, so let's dive right into it with the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle. This is by Aquamoonlight. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries in Love and Life, second half of May. What is it that you would benefit from knowing at this time? But, you know, either they want to communicate with you, Aries, or you do, or you both do. This deep conversation that you guys need to have. But right now we've got clashing coming through, differences in compatibility and conflict. So there's a clashing of desires perhaps here, or a clashing of how you guys see the situation. We've got frozen right next to it, which is silence, stillness, No words. So that kind of explains why this person for now might just be thinking about reaching out. For now, it's frozen. There's not a whole lot of conversation going on here. So there's a lot of contemplating going on in the mind space for now. And it's just silence, you know, so no communication, conflicts that are coming through. We have roaming wild, free-spirited, risks, and possibilities. So perhaps your person, and it's very much tied into the love and life message that came forward. Please don't go. I'm sorry, I can't stay. You know, because now they're just wanting to roam wild and be free. Perhaps they don't want to be tied down, which is why you guys are clashing. Somebody wants to reach out to try to work this out, and yet you've got somebody coming through here that they don't want to just sit down and wait. They want to be out there roaming wild, just being free, possibly just wanting to date casually for now, not wanting to settle down. We have established, family, triumph, security. So Aries, of course, it depends on what side of the fence you fall on here. Perhaps what you're truly wanting is to be able to just sit down with this person, have this deep conversation, to move this relationship forward where you guys can have the stability of this energy right here, to establish the partnership, to actually live a life together, build a future, share a home together, have a family together. If you guys already don't have children together, or certainly those who have children from previous relationships, this could create a blended family. That secure life is what perhaps you're focused on. And if you're dealing with somebody who just wants to roam wild, they're not ready for this. So you guys might actually be on just two different paths right now, two different pages, which is why things are incompatible. We've got differences and conflicts, and you guys truly are clashing for now because one person wants one thing, the other person wants another, and you guys are not on the same page. We do have one day coming through, someday, somewhere, another time. So it might not be happening right now, Aries, but if you just give this a little bit more time, your person might be ready to settle down someday, to be able to build a life with you in the way that you're wanting this all to unfold. But now I feel it's just not the right time. We do have this upheaval, shock, the unexpected, trouble. So some drama could have ensued here in the partnership. And that upheaval for me is very similar to the Tower card in traditional tarot. Typically unexpected, but it's painful and it's chaotic, it's traumatic. It often results in two people going their separate ways, a breakup, a separation due to conflicts. Separations could also result in divorce for those of you who were married and actually had a life, you had a home, you had a family together, the whole 9 yards, and things just fell apart. We have hoping coming through, waiting, expecting, manifesting. So again, Aries, it really depends on where you're at along this particular journey. Are you the person that just wants to roam wild, or are you the person that wants to reestablish this partnership? You know, whose wish will ultimately come true here? In order to manifest this, there is a waiting period. Divine timing is required here, I feel. Okay, so let's add to this with, where's my deck? Hold on, guys. Okay, let's add to this with the Pining Rose Love Oracle. This is by Calico Moon. Angels and Spirit Guides for Aries. In Love and Life for the second half of May. From the 16th through the 31st. What else do we need to know here? Is there a chance to get rid of that frozen energy of silence and no communication here. They're coming through letting you know they still love you. Even though you guys are clashing for now. Even though there are conflicts. Regardless of this upheaval, whatever this represents. Regardless of the separation. Regardless of the distance here. The love is still there. Okay, they're very clearly communicating this to you, Aries. We also have an awakening that's happening here. There is a female figure in this particular card, so it could be my feminines who are going through this awakening. Awakening to the fact that you love your masculine, perhaps. You know, but that could be reversed too. It could be for my masculines as well. I'm just tapped into that particular energy for that card. Clearly, you guys are not together. There is that separation card that's coming through. But you do connect on that soul level. And I feel, Aries, you pick up off of that already. You wouldn't be thinking about them for this reading if you didn't feel that connection still. So this might be giving us a better understanding of what's happened here. We have lust, followed by unfaithful. So this has been coming up a lot. Third parties, infidelities, cheating, lies, secrets, somebody who was unfaithful, somebody who entered into a situation strictly for the intimacy, the physical connection, and nothing more than that. It just isn't fulfilling, you know? It doesn't allow someone to feel fulfilled. We have so close coming up next, and then we have ex-lover, followed by history. So Aries, you and this person definitely share a history together. They are your ex for a reason for now, but I just feel based off of what's coming through here right now, they feel the closeness, that special bond with you. Ultimately, what they're hoping to manifest here is a reconnection. Or that's what you're hoping for. They are an ex. You guys have history together. The love is still here in your heart space. What you're hoping is to manifest a reunion here, missing those intimate moments with your person. Okay, so however way that's presenting itself to you. All right, guys, so let's add some tarot messages to this. This is the Bougie deck by Biadora of Eat, Read, Love. So let's add some additional insight here from the tarot deck. And let's take a look and see if there's a way to reestablish the family, the home, the relationship. Angels and spirit guides for Aries and love and life for the second half of May. Okay, we've got the 10 of Wands coming through here. Wands is fire. You are a fire sign, Aries. And this could also involve Leo and Sagittarius for those of you who might be focused on a fellow fire sign here. The 10 of Wands is all about burdens and responsibilities. So you might feel bogged down or weighed down by these heavy wands that you might be carrying. It's weighing you down. And perhaps it's time to lay it down. It's time to deal with whatever those burdens represent. Take responsibility for your own action and how things ultimately fell apart between you and this person. And they need to do the same. And as I often say, when the 10 of Wands presents itself, there's a reason why we're carrying those heavy burdens, which is different for every person. And sometimes we make other people's problems ours, you know? And so if you're carrying their issues and drama and problems along with yours, then that's definitely contributing to the extra heaviness that the Ten of Wands represents. So you got to deal with your own stuff. We've got the Knight of Wands coming in, which is more fire energy. So the Knight of Wands comes forward with the energy of you only live once, so you might as well be fearless. You might as well go after what it is that you want, what it is that you love, which is great. But if what you're going after is somebody that's already involved in another relationship, if what you're going after is someone that's all about sex, all about the lust, and just creating this unfaithful vibe between you and another person, you know, then you ultimately have to figure out, was it all worth it? It is falling right next to awakening here. Somebody's coming into some realizations here of ultimately how this could have been handled. Could have been handled way differently. And it's interesting too, because the Knight of Wands is energy, it's passion, it's lust, it's adventure. And here it is. So for some of you, it could have been you that entered into a third-party situation where it was just all about sex. You were really attracted to this person, and come to find out, they couldn't offer you anything more than that. They couldn't offer you the home, the family, the security, the happy ending. You had that, I feel. For those of you that resonate with this, you entered into a situation you shouldn't have. You already had a relationship that brought you so many blessings, and when the third party came in, it definitely created this very shaky foundation in your home life, your love life, your family life. You had stability before, and things got a little bit shaky and rocky as a result of this drama going on. We have the Seven of Swords coming in with air energy. So for some of you, it could have been a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. The Seven of Swords is betrayal, which makes sense considering what's coming through here. It is deception. That's basically what this implies. If someone's being unfaithful, they're being deceptive. So I'm not surprised to be seeing the Seven of Swords right there. We've got the Judgment card coming up next. So the Judgment card is fire energy, which Aries, it's your own vibe once again. This is a resurrection. This is a renewal. This is a spiritual calling, a higher calling. It's a transformation that's going on here for you personally. It's a new phase, a transformation, revelation of the truth. So for some of you guys, you had to face the truth of what was happening in this scenario. Someone who's unfaithful, somebody who is deceptive, is not coming from a place of truth. But ultimately, the truth always comes out. It always does. So the Judgment card is here to bring forward that wake-up call. And there's that awakening card right there. A wake-up call to either get your attention, their attention, or both of you. The interesting thing, too, with the Judgment card is somebody wants reconciliation. Somebody definitely wants to come back together, and also somebody wants forgiveness for what they've done. And since this is fire energy, it could be you, Aries, who is wanting reconciliation with your person, wanting to apologize, wanting to have forgiveness in this scenario. As long as you're coming from a place of honesty and the truth, you guys can ultimately work this out. You both have to be truthful as to what's in your heart space for this to work itself out. And perhaps that's why, starting from the very beginning, we had letter, that letter card coming forward, thoughtful, contemplative communication, and then right next to it, love language, deep conversation. All three of these cards play a part in this reading. Please don't go. I'm sorry, I can't stay. I can't stay. I'm too busy roaming wild. That's somebody. That's someone's energy right there. So the Judgment card is the need to evaluate the past so that you guys can learn from it, move on from it, find forgiveness from that experience, gain wisdom from it, and then bury it in the past because that's where it belongs, so that you guys can have a new beginning, to be able to manifest a fresh start here. We have the Two of Coins, which is Pentacles. Pentacles is Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Not surprising that this is coming through here because it's somebody who was juggling two people. That's what created the third party situation here. So there is definitely a need for balance here between you and your person, Aries. But I do love how the Chariot is coming up next. That's Cancer energy right there, followed by the High Priestess. Especially for my feminines, it's time for you to pay attention to your intuition, your gut, what's it telling you. The High Priestess too is letting you know that it's a time for reflection, going within. So there's not a whole lot of physical action going on. There's a lot of contemplation happening here. So I feel my feminines and my masculine might both be in contemplation mode right now, which is actually good because I think it would benefit both of you actually to be doing that. And then with the Chariot right here, it's movement. Yes, movement will eventually be possible, but the High Priestess is here to let you guys know that it's not the right time to create that movement. When the time is right, the Chariot can come in, charge ahead, and create that triumphant outcome here between the two of you. For now, there's healing, there's forgiveness that needs to happen here, and you guys have to be on the same page. If you're still clashing, if there are still conflicts, then it's not the right time, which is why we have this card. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. So right now is not the right time. Okay, so let's add to this with the Romance Angels. Angels and Spirit Guides for Aries in love and life for the second half of May. Angels and Spirit Guides for Aries, love and life, second half of May, in love and romance. We do have a wedding, okay? I do feel for some of you, you are already married to this person because we've got this established card coming through here. Some of you guys already had children, an established home, an established relationship, a family. Things were good. And for those who don't resonate with that, this could certainly be indicative of future energies that you and this person will have the opportunity to move your relationship to the next level, which would be spending a life together, establishing your connection by way of marriage, building a home, a life, a future together. And of course, an added interpretation of this is some of you guys got involved with somebody who was already married. We have keep an open mind coming through. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So Aries, whoever it is that you're focused on for this reading, this person is unlike anyone else that you have ever met or dated or had been attracted to or interested in before. They're in a category all by themselves. Somebody that definitely captured your heart, and they could certainly be of a different ethnicity from you, different features from what you're normally attracted to, different personality, different religion, just lots of differences. But it could also be these differences that are creating this clash between the two of you. Differences can be a good thing, but, you know, it can create conflicts too, and that's exactly what that's referring to. Forgiving and learning, exactly. So as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments, because you don't want to be holding on to baggage from the past. Whatever has occurred there needs to be dealt with, healed from, and so that you guys can move forward and actually bring this together and find happiness in the connection. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So it's okay for you to love this person. Clearly you do, and they certainly are coming through letting you know that they love you. The feelings are still here. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Romantic feelings are still here. And eventually your person will be able to really let you know what's in their heart space. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Right now, I think they're just feeling it out. There's so much they want to say, but they're just not saying it because the timing is a little bit off. So give it a little bit more time. You know, that's why the High Priestess is here, to let you guys know that there's no action for now. It's time for you to go within and pay attention to your intuition. And I feel your person might need a little bit more time as well. Okay, so I'm going to actually grab some messages, some dialogue messages from my new deck. It's called the HeartSpace Oracle. So let's take a look, Aries, and see what is in their heart for you, what is in your heart for them. Take from this whatever resonates for you, your situation. So let's grab a few from here. And let's take a look and see, give you guys the opportunity to express what is in your heart space for each other. Angels and spirit guides for Aries. What is it that you guys need to say to one another? What's our first one? You've only scratched the surface of what is in my heart for you. Yeah, that's because there's so much that they are holding inside. You know, there's so much that they want to say, but they're not expressing it for now. What else, please? Okay. You stimulate my mind, my heart, and my body. That's coming through. So you're definitely a part of who they are and everything that they are, and you're very much a part of them in so many ways. Let's grab a couple more. Angels and spirit guides for Aries. What do you guys need to say to each other? I'm 24 carats. You went after fool's gold. You fool. Okay, so yeah, some of you guys that resonate with that, this could be you saying this to the person you're focused on, Aries. You know, that you're gold and they went after something that was fool's gold. So they ended up being on the losing end of this situation. Let's grab a couple more. Angels and spirit guides for Aries. What do you need to say, or what do they need to say? I may not say much, but my fantasies about you are worth 1,000 words. You see? They're not saying a whole lot for now. But I feel in time they will. They are certainly fantasizing about you and the connection. And this is the bottom of the deck. You're irreplaceable, but so am I. So this is letting me know here that you guys complete each other. You belong together. Yes, you guys went through a bit of a rough patch. You're irreplaceable, Aries, but so are they, you know. You guys actually belong together, and you just have to turn it over to the universe to create the proper time for this to come back together. All right, guys. So let's add to this with Lovers Oracle messages. Angels and spirit guides focusing on Aries. I've got a card. Okay, here we go. For Aries and love and life for the second half of May. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Exactly. You know, you got to follow what's in your heart when it comes to this situation. And that applies to your life as well, Aries. Do what feels right for you, which is different for every person. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So yeah, for now, things might be a little bit challenging, but you could certainly allow happiness and joy into your life in other ways. One more. One more card. Okay, two. We've got the soulmate card coming through here. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Next one is freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So there's actually nothing stopping you guys from coming together, coming back together. And for those of you, of course, who resonate with this particular card, roaming wild, free-spirited, if that's you and if you want to remain that way, then that's your prerogative, you know? But your soulmate is certainly coming through here, letting you know the love is still here. They see a future with you. And if you guys are on the same page, then this can move forward towards happier days ahead. And I just feel for some of you guys that because the timing is off, you might still be a little bit upset with how things played out. You know, I can even picture some of you guys saying this. It's like, you may be irreplaceable, but so am I, you know? So it's like, I just kind of feel that more time is needed here for healing, to be open to the possibility of a new beginning with your person. And this is the bottom of the deck. Look at that. Only time will tell. And it's true. Divine timing. All right, guys. So let's grab the overall energy for this connection. We'll grab 3 from this deck. Take whichever one most resonates with you. This is the Love Compass Oracle by Luna Tide Love. Angels and Spirit Guides for Aries. What do we have? We've got Have Faith. The next card is True Love. Let's grab one more. One more card for Aries in love and life for the second half of May. And then we have delays and blocks. I'm not surprised to see that because timing, you know, it all comes down to timing. And for some of you guys, really, you just need a little bit more time to see this through. So let's start with this one. Have faith. Trust in the decisions you've made regarding this situation or relationship. You are on the right path for you at this moment. Have more faith in the direction that you're going towards and take a leap of faith towards new beginnings. The right doorways will be opened and revealed to you. You know, and it absolutely helps to believe if you guys picture this coming back together. Just trust that the angels, your divine spirit guides, they're guiding you towards a particular path that's meant for you. So just have faith that that's where you're being directed, that this is ultimately going to work itself out in the way that it's meant to for you, in your situation, your life. We have true love coming through also. This love is real and true. This is a healthy, emotional, and genuine connection. You are giving and receiving more love in your life. This may pertain to you reaching the vibration of unconditional love, or you are manifesting a high vibrational relationship. The love is certainly still here between you and your person. And lastly, we have delays and blocks. There are delays and blocks in manifesting new relationships in your life. You may be struggling to get out of a certain way of thinking or off a certain path. There are deep wounds that need healing in order to move forward. You are going through a period of deep transformation. This is slow but definite progress. You see, it is a slow process, but eventually you will get to your destination of ultimately where it is that you're wanting to be, either on your own or with the person that you're focused on for this reading. All right, guys, so let's grab some insight from the Journey of Love deck. This is by Bridget of Divine Essentials. So let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides for Aries. So when it comes to your partnership, your connection, let's take a look and see where your journey of love is headed. And as always, take from these whichever one you are guided towards. We have number 22, Unbridled. Your spirit set me free. Roaming wild is what I pick up off of that. You know, free-spirited. It's very much in tune with each other. So take that if it resonates with you. The next card is I Can Hear You, Telepathic. Telepathic communication. You know, fifth dimension interaction, telepathic communication. You guys can still hear each other's thoughts, perhaps even from a distance. You're picking up off of each other's vibes still. Last card, look at this. Eternity, number 47, eternally yours. So if any of these numbers are of significance to you, and of course it breaks down, if any of those numbers resonate with you, it's coming through here. They want to be your forever. They want to be able to spend eternity with you, Aries. And perhaps this is how you're feeling as well, if you resonate with any of these for yourself, towards the person that you're focused on for this reading. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's close this out, guys, with some healing messages. Angels and spirit guides for Aries in love and life for the second half of May. Some final thoughts, healing messages here. We have trust. Trust, absolutely, which has been an issue, I feel. You know, when you're dealing with situations where somebody was unfaithful and trust was broken in the partnership, that has to be reestablished. That has to be restored. Look at this. We've got new beginnings that are coming in. Second chances, Aries. A new beginning, certainly in regard to your love life, but whatever area of your life that needs this new beginning, it's on its way to you. You have divine timing, which we pretty much already picked up off of that, and manifestation. Amazing. So whatever it is that you're focused on in your life, not just your love life, you have the power to be able to manifest it, Aries, which is so amazing. We have the balance card that's coming through here because things are out of balance right now. Okay. And with the Two of Coins, that's all about finding balance and to stop juggling, to just find balance and equilibrium in your life, in the situation. And lastly, we have answered prayer. So whatever it is that you've been praying about, and not just in regard to this person that you're focused on for this reading, whatever it is that you have been praying about, Aries, your prayers have been answered, or they're about to be. Your prayers have been heard. Okay, so some pretty amazing healing messages coming through here to close out your reading. And hopefully bits and parts of this reading resonated with you, if not all of it. And if you guys are interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. I will also include a link to all of the card decks that are featured here, including my own. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out. All right, guys, that's it for now. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys real soon. Take care.